What's up guys, my name is Panda, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Call of Duty Season 2 blog post that was just uploaded today from Raven and from Infinity Ward. So if you guys are excited for these changes, drop a like, don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and let's hop into the blog. So here we are on the official blog post. We're going to go over all the details. I haven't read anything about it, so we're going to kind of go over it together and kind of talk about and discuss the changes that are happening. So the 1v1 Gulag will be returning with the launch of Season 2. This we already knew. Players will see the return of the original Warzone overtime mechanic, the domination style flag control point, in place of the jailer, which was huge. Nobody liked the jailer, honestly. Like, the times that you could actually get for the players to take out one jailer was super rare without them betraying you. So I'm super glad that this is coming back. In order to bring this change online sooner, we have edited the existing Season 1 Gulag for better 1v1 combat, but are actively working on a dedicated 1v1 map for future seasons. And I think that's totally fine, and I really appreciate the communication that we're getting from this. Because one, they're saying, hey, we want to accommodate you, so what we're going to do is shrink down the 2v2 map to make it a little bit more friendly for 1v1s. I think that's great. Future maps coming out soon. Awesome. We've also made some logistical changes to the Gulag experience. Ground loot has been revisited, as well as the loadouts that players will spawn in with. We've updated the pool to include assault rifles, machine guns, submachine guns, and light machine guns as primary weapons as the circles progress. Shotguns have been removed from the rotation, while handguns will remain available as secondary weapons. I wish they would have expanded on the ground loot has been revisited. Like, in all honesty, I hope ground loot is completely gone from the Gulag. But it sounds like they're kind of just reworking it. So I guess, like, depending on which circle you go to the Gulag, the better weapons you'll come out with. I think that's a really cool idea. Like, you know, you survive a little bit longer but then end up unfortunately dying. We're going to reward you for that by possibly coming back from the Gulag that you win with the gun, with a better gun late game to just kind of help that regain. So I think that's a really cool change. We'll really have to see how it is in game, obviously, but the sound of it sounds good. For those who are leaving the arena victorious, the Gulag will grant a larger cash reward to players. This change to cash will allow redeployment players to get back on their feet a little bit faster. What I'm guessing that's going to be is they're probably going to come back with be rewarded like $2,500 so they can at least buy one of their weapons. That's my guess. But alongside increased victory cash rewards mentioned in the previous section, the Gulag will now spawn cash as ground loot to encourage and reward players willing to prowl the arena. So if that's the only ground loot in the Gulag, W, huge W. Cash economy. In addition to cash changes to the Gulag outlined above, we are balancing the Battle Royale economy with a slight reduction to cash rewards for completing contracts. Additionally, we are increasing the lowest value of cash files on the ground to 800 and from cash registers to 500. Okay, that's great, but why are you reducing cash rewards for completing contracts? That's like the biggest reason to complete a contract is for the money reward. So that's definitely interesting. By how much they're going to lower, we don't know, but that's something to keep an eye on. In addition to this, cash can be acquired via ground loot containers and white stronghold supply boxes throughout Al Mazrah, but can no longer be found in basic and legendary supply boxes. Huh. I mean, I guess that's to balance things out, but you think that they would have just adjusted the numbers throughout the map? Like, make it available ground loot containers and white strongholds, but like just maybe reduce the amount or the rarity coming out from the other boxes. So that's a little odd. In our continued effort to balance engagements, medium/large backpacks will no longer be available, and eliminated players will drop loot onto the ground rather than loot-filled backpacks. Every player will have the same backpack throughout the entire game, which will subsequently reduce the impact of stacking medical supplies, equipment, and kill streaks. We will continue to look for feedback and provide updates that streamline the looting experience for everyone. This, again, another huge W. So the biggest problem, as you can see Sunny here, the biggest problem with the backpacks was the ability to stack whatever you wanted. They're completely taking that away in a different way than most of the community actually thought. Most of the community thought that, you know, they're going to start having restrictive slots, so like your medical, like self-reses, you can only hold like X amount. Same with kill streaks, but they're just taking away the backpacks completely. So yeah, they're taking medium and large backpacks away completely. So now, most likely, you won't be able to stack 3 guns throughout your journey on Amalzra. Like before, if you had a medium or a large backpack, you could stow an AR, carry a sniper, and then carry an SMG. So you could have all 3. But now you're not going to be able to do that, most likely. Season 2 will introduce customizable perk packages. What? That's crazy, because I swear earlier, they said that customizing perk packages wasn't a thing that they wanted to do to help keep perk variants healthy. So that way, like, you can't have just one overpowered perk package all the time. So this is crazy. This feature will launch with a slightly reduced pool of available perks, which may slowly reintroduce over time. This feature will launch with a slightly reduced pool of available perks, which may slowly reintroduce over time. We want to navigate this particular feature as carefully as possible, ensuring that all available perks provide ample utility and remain viable/balanced. Okay, I think that's a great idea. If you're going to start letting people customize their perks, it's fine to just trickle perks here and there and then kind of see how the balance of the game works. I like that. Obviously, it will really depend on what perks we have available to customize. But once all perks are available, there's going to be one meta perk package and everybody's going to run it no matter what. It's going to be like Overkill and Ghost and things, you know. Primary weapons will continue to be available at the buy stations, but now at a more affordable price point so that players can pursue victory with their most desired weapons. They're lowering the price of weapons again. We also remain happy with the introduction of loadout markers, drop markers, though we have taken a careful look at the price point. The price of loadout drop markers has been slightly reduced so that the respective squad sizes can acquire their full loadouts at a faster pace. Huge. In addition, on extremely rare occasions, players may find one while looting throughout Al-Mazrah. Okay, I like that as well. A second loadout drop public event has been added, which means the drops will now happen on the 1st and 5th circle, just like Warzone 1, which is another huge W. We're slowly making our way back to how Warzone was when we first left it. Additional changes, 3-plate vests. We're continuously evaluating the pace of combat engagements and have decided to make a change. All players will now start with a 3-plate vest. Varying sizes of vests will no longer exist in the Battle Royale loot. This standardization will bring a more reliable feel to each engagement from the get-go. We'll continue looking at the data about optimizing downtime and improving the ability to recover from a prior engagement. So I'm guessing the ability to recover from prior engagement. To me, that's plating while running. So, or just like increasing the plating animation altogether. That's what's telling me. But we'll have to wait and see. So the satchel that drops isn't going to be on there anymore. It'll be interesting if they keep the 3-plate capacity on there, or if they're going to change it to like 5, like we had in Warzone 1. I don't know. This is huge. Movement. We haven't heard anything about movement, so I'm excited for this one. We've made an we have made an important tweak to movement that should yield better outcomes for players in combat. Starting with Season 2, players will be able to burst through doors while plating the way that they would if they were sprinting. This change includes a slight increase to movement speed while plating to enable players to get to cover faster in moments of need. So it was literally just one section down. That's hilarious. So it's not sprinting. It's a faster walk is pretty much what they're saying. Yeah, a slight increase to movement speed while plating. So you're not sprinting at the same speed that you were if you were just sprinting along, you know, in the normal world. And they're probably going to make the animation to get through doors or windows like less, you know, you need less momentum. So that will also help as well. So it's not going to be as fast as Warzone 1, but it's not going to be as slow as Warzone 2, which is a good improvement. I won't fully applaud it yet until we see it in game. In order to make buy stations and their goods easier to access, we've revamped our approach. Spawn locations have been added/adjusted. Spawns will be static across the map. Loadout drop markers will have unlimited stock at all stations. As always, we will continue to monitor the global balance of the economy and availability of resources as we move forward. So let's see. So buy stations are going to be new across the whole map, but they're always going to be there from the sounds of it. And they changed the loadout marker to be able to be bought by anyone at any time, but they didn't change it for kill streaks, which is interesting. Strongholds provide an alternative gameplay experience with high payoff for those willing to tackle the objective, for those others interested in robbing players for the rewards. We are committed to providing a balanced engagement for players who choose to enter Strongholds. Season 2 will bring changes to the rewards players receive from Strongholds and Black Site completion, as well as additional adjustments to AI combat damage. That's great. I really hope they lower the AI damage because they're crazy annoying. As well as I hope they look into and adjust AI spawn rates and make it so that they can't come back into the game after a certain circle. They didn't say what rewards are changing, so we'll just have to wait and see, but that's pretty crazy. Looking ahead, these are some changes coming in Season 2, and we have plenty of new content to share ahead of launch. Expect more information on the brand new small map coming to Warzone 2 next week, including the return of Resurgence. You know what is hilarious is people would read that, say, oh, Resurgence is coming back, and they automatically think of Rebirth Island. I mean, I guess it's fair, but if you say Resurgence is coming back, they're like, yes, I love Rebirth Island. But it's like, bro, we're not even talking about that. That's not coming back. Rebirth is not coming back, at least for now. The full Season 2 announcement blog will be released February 8th with an upcoming post from studios. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap, that was a lot. Tons of new changes. Obviously, we'll have more details come February 8th. I'm cautiously optimistic for Season 2 for the changes that they're making is slowly moving towards a Warzone that I think most of the community have been really looking forward to for a long time. If you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.